in 1981, 1983, 33 years ago, we moved into this house. It was our very first house, a little quarter-acre plot. It's kind of a pie-shaped lot, so it's very small. And I just started doing home landscaping 33 years ago on in this area. And so really what you see now is a representation of, multiple iterations or versions of a garden where somebody growing up I was a plant geek, not as a young child, but as a teen, I fell in love with plants. And so this garden is kind of a plant collector's garden. I've got a hardy banana next to a weeping redbud, for instance. Those are those two plants right there. But this is a plant called celosia, and you collect the seeds from this flower stalk and put them in an envelope and stick them in the drawer for the winter, and then next spring, after the chance of frost, you take the seeds and you just sprinkle them out in places where you want it to grow. Some plants come up even when you don't plan for them. This is what we call a volunteer, this salvia. And a volunteer is a plant that shows up for whatever reason from seed. I didn't put the seed there, right? So I made a decision to keep it here. And so this garden of yellow and blue turned into a garden of red in the fall because of this plant. To me, what's so special about gardening is that it's all about connections, and it's a way to document time, different events. It's a connecting device. It's a great hobby, but I bought that plant when I was on this trip going somewhere, and I brought it home with me. My neighbor and my brother and I, we go down to a garden center an hour away every April, and we bring plants back for our gardens. So it creates connections. It enhances relationships. I use this garden to photograph my youngest daughter for her wedding photograph. Okay, so to me, I raised my kids, and now my grandkids run around through the garden. So that's why I garden, because of all those connections and whatnot, and because I happen to think the plant kingdom is so diverse and so unique. I can plant all different kinds of things and change it up every year.